As the afternoon becomes the evening, we're right back inside the Athletic and Wellness Center here at Centennial College for the second half of our postseason doubleheader. Of course, you saw earlier the men's volleyball team taking a 5-set thriller against the St. Clair Saints. And now it'll be the basketball team's time to shine as the fourth seeded in the Eastern Conference Centennial Colts will be getting their first taste of Western Conference action, taking on the fifth seeded Fanshawe Falcons. Once again, I'm Zachary Friedman alongside Zach Phillips. Excited to bring what should be a very close tilt against teams that in the statistics are pretty much even.
Yeah, Zach, the Colts coming into this one are 5-2 in 2024. Falcons are 6-2 in 2024. So they've really rode the end of the season well into playoffs coming into this matchup as they try to bid for their final four spots. Yeah. The Falcons, they're a really good free throw shooting team, as well as Centennial, both top of the league in that category. So they're going to be taking advantage of all their opportunities tonight.
The big story for Centennial this evening is that head coach Michael Jackman will not be on the bench. Coach Jackman is currently serving a suspension for his cumulative technical foul points over the course of the season. Coach Chester Taylor not also on the bench, so it'll be second-year assistant coach Dave Forster leading the charge for the Colts tonight. And Zach, when you don't have your head coach, the guy who's been leading the charge the whole season, what do you do as the veteran leadership on this Centennial group? What do you have to do to get your team ready for this game?
You just got to let them know that you've been preparing all season for this moment right here. And yes, it would be great to have your head coach there with you, but his voice will be in their heads as he has been all season long, and the leaders are really going to have to step up and just tell them the ebbs and flows are going to come, and they're going to have to really come together as a group when it's low so that they can really succeed when it's high.
Centennial going to look to their two-star players in Deandre Goulbourne and Tavon Mars-Buckley, both finishing top 10 in scoring in the OCAA. We're just a few minutes away from tip-off, but we're going to have the starting lineups presented by our PA announcer, Jack Middleton. We'll be back in a few.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Athletic and Wellness Center, Game 2 of our playoffs. Tonight we feature the first round of the NCAA men's basketball playoffs between the Fanshawe Falcons and your Centennial Colts. Introducing first the starting lineup for the Fanshawe Falcons. A 5'8" guard, number 4, Deandre Goulbourne. A 6'2" guard, number 8, Terrence Williams. A 6'5" forward, number 12, Aiden Whalen. A 6'4" guard, number 16, Josh Loblaw. And a 6'2" guard, number 14, Jack Tunstall. And now, the starting lineup for your Centennial Colts. A 6'5" forward from Toronto, number 1, Fanshawe Falcons. A 5'10" guard from Toronto, number 4, Husam Shallo. A 5'8" guard from Toronto, number 5, Malik Gibbs. 6'6" forward from Toronto, number 11, Deandre Goulbourne. And a 6'7" forward from Coltsville, number 16, Deandre Goulbourne. Colts Nation, let's ride!
And with the starters now set, we're about to get underway. First for the home Centennial Colts, it's a very usual starting five. You got Mars Buckley and Shallo, the guards, Deandre Goulbourne at the 3, and Xander Wilson and Malik Taylor Williams to round it out for the Colts. And for the visiting Fanshawe Falcons, Jalen Deere is with Josh Loblaw, Jack Tunstall, Terrence Williams, and Aiden Willen, their leading scorer, as the tip is won, and it's taken by Williams to start things off, and that's Jack Tunstall at the top, who gives it over to Loblaw.
Yeah, something Centennial's going to want to really focus on this afternoon is really limiting their opponent's opportunities from the field and from 3.
First jumper of the game, no good. Rebound, Goulbourne. This isn't the biggest Fanshawe Falcon team, but they are able to grab the rebounds when they need them, as Husam Shallo right off the bat connects with a 3-pointer. As inside, Aiden Whalen drops it off for Tunstall, back out to Loblaw. And driving Terrence Williams, looking for an option out to Whalen. His 3-pointer, that one short, long rebound. It's taken, and Williams is going to have an open look for 3, no good. Trying to box out Whalen was Taylor Williams, but he kicks it out again. No good on the 3 by Loblaw, but 4 opportunities on that possession for the Falcons. They come up empty.
Yeah, Goulbourne coming down with that one. He's averaging 5.7 rebounds a game, so he can get it done.
Mars Buckley lost the dribble off his foot. Coming the other way, it's Deere. Trying to drive up Taylor Williams on the follow. That one poked away from Tavon Mars Buckley. And it's going to remain with the Colts with 8:42 left to go. Great hustle early by Malik Taylor Williams. Those are winning basketball plays that you got to make for a full 40 minutes.
Yeah, great block there from Taylor Williams. 5 on the season. He only played 7 games this year. It was a late addition for the Colts. He's going to be a big part today.
Shallo up top, driving inside, Euro step off the glass and puts it home.
Yeah, great start from Husam Shallo. All 5 of the Colts points already.
Whalen gets through at just under 17 points per game, top 10 in the league, and tops of this Fanshawe Falcon squad. It's Goulbourne. Wilson dishes it back to Shallo. Using the screen of Taylor Williams, has the mismatch, chooses to swing. It's Goulbourne. He's got 5 on the shot clock, pulls the 3 off the dribble, no good short. Taylor Williams running for it. Rebound Whalen.
Yeah, watch for Deandre Goulbourne to really get his hands in there and break up a lot of quick transitions from Fanshawe. He's leading the league in steals.
Loblaw driving inside, drives right into Taylor Williams, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Malik Taylor Williams making all the hustle plays early. It's a turnover, and with 7:40 to go in the first quarter, Colts still have a 5-2 lead.
Yeah, Taylor Williams getting some good defense in there, really taking advantage of that drive. Saw his opportunity to draw one, and he did.
Falcons showing soft press. They retreat as Mars Buckley brings it up top.
Mars Buckley was special in the Colts' last game of the season.
Taylor Williams inside with some authority. No good. Rebound Loblaw. Falcons coming the other way with some speed. It's Deere. That one swatted away. Another rejection for Malik Taylor Williams, and that's going to be a walk on Husam Shallo, dragging his pivot foot, looking for Goulbourne in transition. But Malik Taylor Williams making his presence known early, a couple of blocks and a charge drawn.
Yeah, he showed up to play today in this first playoff action for Centennial.
Colts have the opportunity to play some bully ball today. Tallest player on the Fanshawe roster standing at 6'8". It's Matak Agar, as driving into the lane is Loblaw. Puts it up and the foul, and he's going to go to the line with a chance to tie this one at 5.
Yeah, Loblaw drawing the and one there. He's a 64.8 free throw shooter on the season. Struggled at times at the line, but
Loblaw, the second leading scorer at 15 points a game. No good. Long rebound. It's secured by Tunstall, and Loblaw's going to go right back inside and have that one stripped away. Good defense by Xander Wilson. Tavon Mars Buckley with the finger roll, no good. Malik Taylor Williams on the follow.
Yeah, he's doing that number justice to start this one off.
And Wilson bats that one away. It's taken by Whalen. Tried to throw it off of Goulbourne, and Mars Buckley in transition gets fouled. It's going to go to the line for 2. It was Terrence Williams and Jack Tunstall going for it, but the foul is going to be called.
Mars Buckley shooting 72.4 from the line. That's top 20 in the league, right on 20th. Anytime you see him driving the rim like that, I always get excited because he's provided some great dunks this season. I thought he might be able to get one going there.
So Tunstall picks up the foul as Mars Buckley misses the first. It's Abdallah Sudani who's the first substitution of the game. He's in for Malik Taylor Williams, who put in 3 intense minutes to start this one.
Yeah, definitely putting some energy into his bench was Taylor Williams.
It's now Terrence Williams. Whalen in the corner. That's Deere for 3. No good. Rebound secured by Goulbourne.
Deandre Goulbourne, one of the best players in the OCAA this season.
Shallo once again. 8 first quarter points for Husam Shallo. We're not even 4 minutes in.
Wow, another three-pointer from him. Just locked in from range, it seems.
Williams trying to drive in. Gets the left-handed shot to go.
Yeah, 11-6 game here so far in this first quarter. Both teams coming off a thriller in their last season.
Wilson trying to go all the way. That one was sent out of bounds by Tunstall. It'll remain Colts basketball, 18 to go on the shot clock.
Yeah, Colts found themselves up 8 with 1:30 left to close out the season against George Brown with second place on the line, but a couple tough calls go their way and a 7 points in 30 seconds, and George Brown was right back in it, ended up holding on for the win.
It's Ruben Hazabenabi, the first substitution for the Falcons, as it's Goulbourne with 10 on the shot clock, driving baseline, and he is going to be fouled on the jump shot. So Deandre Goulbourne's going to take a trip to the charity stripe for a chance at his first 2 points of the evening.
Yeah, Goulbourne, 70% free throw shooter, excuse me. Going to want to pad onto the lead here.
18.6 points per game. That was good for 5th in the OCAA this season as he hits the first.
Yeah, he averages 26.7 minutes a game as well, so he'll be on the floor a decent amount for the Colts. second highest on the team.
Gets the second one to roll in. 13-6 Centennial leads, and they come out with their press as Hazabenabi finds Williams.
Yeah, Williams averaging 7th most in the OCAA minutes per game.
Hazabenabi inside over Sudani and gets it swatted away. Some good rim protection early from Centennial as Shallo works it in. He'll just give it off to Goulbourne. Kicked over to Sudani, trying to work inside. Finds Shallo, the hot hand early. 9 on the shot clock, taking it inside with the right. 10 points for Shallo.
Wow, what a nice drive from him. Finally saw his opening. It wasn't very large, but he was able to get in.
At the table, Azad Chahal getting ready to come in. Is that one rejected again? This time Xander Wilson.
Great interior defense from the Colts to start this game.
Goulbourne inside, mid-range jumper, and he gets fouled once again on the jump shot. So it's the second time Goulbourne has gone up for the jumper and has gotten hit.
Yeah, 14 fouls already for Fanshawe. Still 4 minutes left in this quarter.
And that's where some of that size might come into play, as now in these situations, Centennial won't be afraid to get down low and get a little greasy in the post, trying to draw more fouls.
Yeah, you mentioned size. 6'6" Goulbourne, 6'7" Wilson, 6'7" Taylor Williams, and that's not even mentioning the 7'2" behemoth in Omar Nur.
First free throw was missed by Goulbourne. Second one goes down. That extends the lead to double digits.
Yeah, great start for the Colts here. You got to think it's going just exactly how they planned.
And going over the top, that's Mickey Griffiths, who checked in for the first time.
Yeah, he's 6.6 points per game on the season. Been a quality bench piece for Fanshawe.
Goulbourne waiting for the Sudani screen, gets the switch, guarded by Chahal, driving inside, going over top, gets the floater to go.
Nice play. Get a look on the replay here. Coming in, up and over, just a little floater. Gets it to fall.
And that one's stolen by Goulbourne, and he puts it up for the slam. And we're going to have our first timeout of the game called by Fanshawe as Chahal was trying to get it back to Tunstall. Wasn't ready for it, and Deandre Goulbourne, who finished 4th in the OCAA with 2.9 steals per game, gets the cookie, takes it back for the slam.
Yeah, I pointed out that he's up there at 46 steals on the year, and I in transition, I felt he was going to have a good read on this Fanshawe team, and he jumped in and got that one right away.
Yeah, and while we're in this first timeout, Centennial already with a 12-point lead. And this is a Fanshawe team that was able to score 83 points per game on the season. Have been struggling early defensively. And on the offensive end, the big bodies have been just too much for them, as the Colts already with 4 blocks in this one. Just doing what they got to do, protecting the rim.
Absolutely, Zach. I mentioned also that you're going to have to try and limit the field goal attempts and the long field goal attempts and the three-point shots. Colts have done that well all season long. They're second in the league in opponent field goal percentage and 3rd in the league in opponent three-point percentage. So they've done a good job limiting opportunities.
Colts choosing not to press here out of the timeout, as it's Tunstall at the top, kicks it over to Loblaw, who's returned. This is Deere finding a lane inside, gets it over to Griffiths, in and out on the pick and roll, as Shallo brings it over center, and he has that stolen away from Deere, and that's going to be taken all the way back the other way. Lead down to 10. Yeah. And now Fanshawe showing some of their press.
It's the first bad turnover we've seen on behalf of the Colts so far in this one. They're really going to want to limit those.
Goulbourne for 3. That one short. Rebound secured by Tunstall.
Yeah, that's the first 3 the Colts have missed today. looked wide open, but just unable to get it to fall.
Griffiths trying to go over the top. No good. Rebound, Sudani. Goulbourne kicks that off to Mars Buckley. He's got a three from the corner. No good. Rebound, Fanshawe.
Yeah, 6'5" Mars Buckley. They're going to want to get him going.
Driving inside. Loblaw guarded by Wilson. Gets the bucket and one.
Yeah, somehow got that one to fall for the and one. That'll bring him to the line.
So it's going to be Loblaw taking a trip. Loblaw tied for the best three-point percentage in the OCAA this season, right at 50%.
Yeah, hasn't got any looks at three tonight yet, but I know Fanshawe's going to be looking to get at the ball in his hands.
Shallo. Sudani. Now Wilson. Kicks it into the far corner. Mars Buckley with the hezzy. No good on the three. Ball's on the floor. Griffiths secures the rebound. That one advanced in and out of the hands of Jack Tunstall. And the second-year guard out of St. Thomas, Ontario, not going to be happy. That one slipped through his fingers as Tayshawn Crawford is going to make his first entrance into the ball game for Tavon Mars Buckley.
Yeah, Jack Tunstall averaging 12.3 points per game on the season. He's going to wish he had that one back for sure.
Sudani back to Crawford, and he's got a look from three. No good. Goulbourne almost able to get the offensive rebound, but it's Griffiths with it now. Tunstall going the other way. That one tipped by Goulbourne. Shallo comes up with the loose ball, looking to go all the way, and he'll try the circus shot.
Husam Shallo. Oh my goodness. Look at that replay.
Husam Shallo looking like an English major.
Yeah, put some good spin on that one.
And now it's going to be Malik Gibbs checking in.
Yeah, Shallo at 8.2 points per game. He gets it done all over the floor.
And Omar Nur in as well. Griffiths was coming down with a full head of steam, realized the 7'2" Nur was under the basket and decided to pull up for a layup instead. He draws the foul. He'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, I think that was a wise decision on his behalf.
First free throw, no good by Griffiths, who on the season just 51% from the line.
Yeah, he averages 16.8 minutes per game as well, so another piece for this Fanshawe team. Malik Gibbs, the backup point guard in.
Sudani's got a lane in the corner. Goulbourne, he's got a three. That one goes down. Good drive and kick there by Abdullah Sudani to find Goulbourne.
Yeah, great shot from Deandre, making up for that wide open miss he had a couple minutes ago.
That was good defense by Nur, but Griffiths on the follow gets it to go.
Yeah, just not able to come down with that rebound was Nur. He had some good defense in the paint, but
we're in the last minute of the first quarter. Centennial leads 25-16 as a bad pass by Malik Gibbs results in a turnover for the Colts, as checking back in is Chahal, as does Hazabenabi.
Yeah, turnovers just 4-3 right now in favor of the Colts. Ball security has been pretty, that'll make it 4-4. So ball security has been pretty tight in this first quarter, but
it's Williams trying to direct traffic down low for Griffiths. In the middle, Hazabenabi stolen again by Goulbourne, his third of the first quarter. He's got 32 seconds. We'll see if he goes 2 for 1, as there's an 11-second differential between the game clock and shot clock. It's Crawford, step back for three, no good. Omar Nur gets the rebound, kicks it out to Goulbourne. A fresh 14 driving inside, and a foul's going to be called, and it's going to be called on Goulbourne, so it's going to go the other way off the offensive foul.
Oh, that's a tough call. Goulbourne going in there after a easy rebound from Nur, just plucking that one out of the air, but that'll turn the possession over.
And now about 45 seconds after getting subbed out, Tunstall will check back in, this time for Griffiths.
Yeah, Tunstall has 15 blocks on the season, good for 14th in the OCAA.
10 seconds left in the quarter. Chahal's going to have to get something up. That one tipped away and stolen. As a good end to the first quarter defensively, a bit more sloppy play on the offensive end, but early on you got to like what you're seeing out of the Colts.
Yeah, Zach, absolutely. They're making their shots count, and they're playing very well in interior defense. This Colts team definitely stepped up to the challenge here in quarter one for the opening playoff game.
And as we are in this little break between the first and second quarter, we take a look at our head-to-head matchup for the afternoon, and it's the top guards on each of their respective teams. We got Tavon Mars-Buckley and Aiden Whalen. Mars-Buckley having an electric end to the season, working his way into the top 10 in scoring in the league, as you see 17.5 points per game on the year, good for 8th in the OUA. Also worked up that field goal and three-point percentage. You can see Aiden Whalen, a very good matchup for Mars-Buckley today. Virtually identical numbers, a tad more efficient from the field, whereas Mars-Buckley can get you those buckets late. But Whalen's been doing it all year for the Falcons, and I mean, we get to see Mars-Buckley more and more every day, but we think Tavon's really come into his own in the last month.
Yeah, you said it, Zach. Tavon has been lights out. Just last game alone against George Brown, he had 32 points. And en route to the loss, he really carried the Colts all the way through, but that tough ending against the Huskies, which put them into fourth place for this matchup as opposed to being into second. But you gotta like to think the Colts are happy where they're at right now with a good first quarter and a Fanshawe team a little bit on their heels to start this one.
So it's going to be Colts ball coming out of the quarter break. And the unit, Malik Taylor-Williams, returns to the floor. He's out there with Omar Nur, Abdullah Sudani, Tayshawn Crawford, and Malik Gibbs. So Taylor-Williams, the only starter on the floor right now for the Colts. It's Gibbs trying to work inside. Kicks it out to Nur. And Nur's trying to drive baseline on Griffiths. Just has to send it out to Gibbs. He's got 6 seconds on the shot clock. Can work it inside. Going up for the short jumper. No good. Rebound Nur. Fresh 14 on the clock. He's got to get it up.
Wow.
He gets it to go. Omar Nur started that shot from below his hip.
Yeah.
Throws it up there. Had 3 bodies mauled all over him. Just chucks it at the bucket. And he's going to go to the charity stripe for a 3-point play.
Yeah, you see from the replay there, just 3 Falcons swarming the big man. Fights his way out, puts it up, draws the foul, and gets it to fall. Omar Nur, the 7'2" center from Toronto, the third year, showing why he's on this squad.
And a great free throw shooter at 79%.
Yeah, to no surprise, he's also 6th in the OCAA with 21 blocks.
That one missed. Rebound now secured by Sudani after he was bobbling it up the court. Gibbs inside once again, underneath, no good. Nur trying to get it. Crawford saves it. Back to Nur. Up top, gets it to go.
Omar Nur is going to be huge for the Colts in this game if he gets going like he has been already.
Good touch around the rim in the few minutes we've seen out of Nur so far. As Deere with it. Chahal on the 3, and running by him was Crawford. Caught a piece of the follow-through, and you can't go fouling three-point jump shooters when you're up 14, and you can't go fouling three-point shooters in a playoff atmosphere.
Yeah, that was a tough foul to take right there if you're Crawford, but the Colts will just try to reset and regain as they got a solid start here that they want to keep building off of as the Colt looks to get the AWC live and active here.
So it's Chahal who's going to be taking 3 free throws. Chahal on the season, 86% from the line, but he misses the first.
Yeah, he's also a great three-point shooter. 15th in the OCAA at 38.8%.
And one thing we haven't even mentioned yet that is costly for the Falcons, Aiden Whalen already with 2 personal fouls. That's why we haven't seen him on the floor in quite some time.
Yeah, Fanshawe head coach really keeping track of that. He's going to want him late in the game. Can't have any risks there.
Tunstall is going to return, and he's in for the shooter, Chahal. So it's Williams, Deere, Tunstall. Then you also have Loblaw, who's back in the game as well, and then Matak Agar, the tallest player on this team at 6'8", in to guard Omar Nur, as Taylor Williams trying to go inside, kicks it out to Nur for the baseline jumper, no good on the bank shot.
Yeah, Omar Nur, pretty good from the field, 58.4 field goal percentage, just couldn't get that one to fall.
Kicked out in the corner, that's Deere, that one no good, rebound Sudani, that one tipped away on the outlet pass. Taylor Williams diving for it, it's Crawford diving for it again, and after 4 bodies on the floor, it's the Falcons with possession in the corner. This is Loblaw for 3, no good, rebound Crawford.
Yeah, Colts have done a great job limiting 3 opportunities, and the Falcons have not been able to capitalize on many, as we'll get an easy foul call there.
And that's going to be a blocking foul on Jalen Deere, as him and Tayshawn Crawford had a hard collision, as Stephen Okorafor checks in for the Falcons. He's in for Deere.
Yeah, Crawford took a big one there, the second year 6'4" from Toronto.
It's Gibbs, deep 3, gets it to go!
Malik Gibbs. He's a 31.7 shooter, and he showed why right there.
Williams. Fanshawe still hasn't found a way to break down this 2-3 zone, as maybe they have there, as it's a good one down low. And that's got to be 3 in the key. And that's exactly what is called, as Matak Agar was trying to think of something to do with it, but just froze in the moment.
Yeah, he had the CN Tower standing right over him. Not much he could have done there. Omar Nur, good defense.
Mars Buckley back in for the Colts as they lead by 15. It's Mars Buckley. Retreat dribble out to Gibbs. Up top to Nur. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Got to put something up. Taylor Williams does. He's fouled on the way up as the shot clock was expiring, and Malik Taylor Williams will go to the line for a pair of free throws.
Yeah, 75% shooter. He's going to want to pad onto this lead. Now up to 15 for the Colts. Great start for them.
And checking back in is Mickey Griffiths, who comes in for Whalen, who was in for a moment. I don't believe the foul was called on Whalen. So Whalen's, the foul was in fact called on Aiden Whalen, so that is now the 3rd personal foul for the Fanshawe Falcons star, and most likely going to be on one of those Western Conference All-Star teams once they're announced.
Yeah, Zach, you said it. He's been having a really good season. 9th in the OCAA in points per game, 5th in total points, 6.7 rebounds a game as well. He's really versatile.
And it's going to be Williams bringing it up. Driving inside, Loblaw. And that one's swatted away by Nur. Long rebound taken by Griffiths up top. It's swung around. Williams is going to take the 3. No good. Rebound battered around, but when you're at the highest point, Omar Nur will get it every time. Mars Buckley getting the fake, trying to get it into Nur. He's up top and gets it to go.
Omar Nur, have yourself an afternoon. Just a great set of plays coming in from him.
Corner, Okorafor. Inside for Griffiths. Nice pass out to Loblaw, but he steps on the sideline and out of bounds. So a turnover here for the Falcons. And the Colts have doubled up on Fanshawe. 36-18. It's an 18-point lead.
Yeah, Colts are really looking good here in this first half. Husam Shallo back on the floor. He's already got a few points today. See what he can get cooking here.
Shallow inside with the floater, no good. Going the other way, Griffiths. Tunstall going up high! Sends the dunk out of bounds. That one off the back of the rim. And the crowd definitely liked that one here at the AWC.
Yeah, that's tough to miss. Sent it flying out of here.
But Tunstall was not afraid to show his vert to the Centennial Colts as he got up there. Crawford with the pump fake, now pulls, no good. Nerd trying to fight for that loose ball. Griffiths able to save it, get it to Loblaw. Loblaw coast to coast, gets it to go with the left.
Yeah, Loblaw is going to be a threat to score all afternoon. 15.1 points per game.
They'll look to him as Whalen sits on the bench with 3 personal fouls. Mars Buckley up top, tried the fake, gets it over to Shallow. And Shallow's going to drive right, go for the floater, no good. And that's going to be a loose ball foul on Omar Nur. That's going to be his second personal, as Deandre Goulbourne is going to return for Tayshawn Crawford.
Yeah, Goulbourne checking back in, up 16. Going to want to try and keep padding onto this. Can't get too complacent here.
Williams. Tunstall. Loblaw. Good ball movement here, but it's stolen away by Shallow. Nerd gets the loose ball as the Colts work the other way, and Goulbourne working on Williams, driving left, puts it up with the right, no good. Rebound Griffiths. That one's swatted by Goulbourne, but Fanshawe able to come up with it. They go the other way. Tunstall kicks it out for Loblaw, blocked by Goulbourne, and Goulbourne going the other way now. Gets it off the glass. Deandre Goulbourne flying in out of nowhere to send the three-point shot back.
Yeah, then gets it quickly in transition, sends it up the other way, and smartly lays up for the layup. Just 2 awesome plays from Deandre Goulbourne.
Good no-look feed down low. Tunstall to Griffiths. 38-22, Centennial leads. 4:16 left to go here in the first half.
Yeah, Griffiths has 6.6 points per game on the year. He's going to have to step up with Whalen on the bench.
Mars Buckley cuts before Goulbourne makes the pass, and the miscommunication leads to another turnover by Centennial as Xander Wilson returns in for Omar Nur. But the big man's put in some good minutes so far.
Yeah, Omar Nur, 7 points on the afternoon. His total for the season high is 13, so keep an eye on him for him to beat that.
Griffiths for Chahal. He's going to pull the three-pointer, and Chahal gets it to go.
Yeah, 38.3% from beyond the land. He's a good shooter, knocked that one down.
Centennial 4 of 10 from 3 this evening. Fanshawe just getting their first three-pointer on their 11th attempt as Mars Buckley's going to try it. That one short, but Xander Wilson comes up with the rebound. No good on the follow. Taylor Williams going to try again. And he gets fouled, and Malik Taylor Williams will go to the line for 2 more free throws.
Yeah, I got to feel good if you're the Colts and you check out your tallest center, and then Xander Wilson comes in and is able to provide like that. He's another great piece for this Colts team. He can stretch the floor from that center position. He's a good shooter, and he got a good first tip on that rebound there.
First free throw good by Taylor Williams. Goulbourne and Shallo both leading the Colts with 12 points apiece. Deandre Goulbourne, though, with a very full stat line early, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. He's also got 3 steals and a block.
Yeah, if you were going to tell me that the Colts were going to win today, I would have said Deandre Goulbourne was going to have a stacked game. He stepped up so far.
Tunstall tried to get it out to Chahal. Now it's taken by Deer. Chahal from way downtown. That one no good. Shallo trying to get the board. He had no help underneath. It was stolen from him. And Tunstall gets it to go. This Centennial lead now down to 13 as we're in the last 3 minutes of the first half.
Yeah, going to want to get some points here are the Colts to try to pad onto that lead before halftime.
Wilson definitely got grabbed on his way to the bucket, but he gets it to go anyways through the contact as Williams driving it all the way himself. Malik Taylor-Williams trying to stamp the basketball to the glass. Missed on the swipe, and the first timeout's going to be called by Dave Forster, who once again is serving as the head coach of the Colts today, while Coach Michael Jackman is serving a suspension.
Yeah, Taylor Williams tried to put that one through the backboard. Almost was a huge rejection, but just missed, setting up the Fanshawe bucket. But Fanshawe now crawling their way back into this game now, just a 13-point deficit, what once was a little larger. Fouls aren't very even. The Fanshawe is up to 9 now. Colts just with 5. And we've pointed out Whalen. He's getting up there in his personal totals. He's been on the bench. See if they insert him back for a minute or two here, but
Centennial already with 6 blocks in the game so far. Also 6 steals as well. They're winning the turnover battle 8-5 and have gotten 6 points off their turnovers thus far. But one player we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, but we'll give their flowers to again, Malik Taylor-Williams making all the hustle plays. They don't look too pretty at times, but he's doing what needs to be done in a playoff atmosphere here in the first round of the OCAA playoffs.
Yeah, he's really shown why he came on this team a little later than the others there at the second semester pickup, only playing in 7 games, but came right on and started 16.6 minutes per game in those games. So it's been a key part of this Colts team down the stretch.
The winner of this game will go on to take on the St. Clair Saints in the quarterfinals after their 103-60 defeat against La Cité yesterday. And Griffiths inside puts it up and in. Griffiths now with 9 points. That leads the Falcons as it's an 11-point game.
Yeah, Mickey Griffiths stepping up for the Fanshawe Falcons. Still down 11 in this one.
Taylor Williams battling for position with Chahal as it's outside now for Goulbourne. Gets it back out to Shallo. Husam Shallo trying to put that inside, and it was deflected off of Griffiths' forearm, so it stays with the Colts after Husam Shallo actually had nowhere to go with that ball.
Yeah, that's a good lucky break for the Colts there. Ran out of real estate, just tried to throw it over to Goulbourne, but goes off the Falcons defender.
4 seconds on the shot clock, out to the corner. Mars Buckley for 3, no good. Rebound secured by Shallo. A fresh 14, puts up the floater, gets it to go.
Yeah, Husam Shallo locked in. That's his 14th point already in this first half.
Tunstall. Over to Deer. And rolling back inside was Tunstall, and it's Williams in the corner, using the left, getting it to go.
Yeah, nice move to go around the jumping Goulbourne there, trying to get the block. Tucks it around him.
Entering the last minute of the second quarter, as Goulbourne thought about pulling it for a second. Now dishes off to Shallo. And Shallow's going to pull from way downtown. That one nowhere close. Wilson on the save, but it's going to go the other way as Loblaw was waiting for it. Great play by Husam Shallo to swat it away on the rip attempt.
Yeah, nice play from Husam. Was already back, just had to take a correct line to the rim, cut him off. Did a good job there.
In the corner, Loblaw driving inside. And that one almost going down, but Loblaw will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Yeah, Taylor Williams reaching in there. The first one was fine, but at that second one, he really caught a good chunk of them, so they'll get him on that. But Taylor Williams still having a great afternoon here.
Centennial looking a little lackadaisical on defense right now, not hustling on their rotations. It allowed Loblaw to drive inside, and Taylor Williams was left on an island inside.
Yeah, that's a complete opposite what we saw from this Centennial defense to start this game. They're going to want to tighten that up as the lead shrinkens.
Eight-second differential game clock, shot clock. Mars Buckley, who's been surprisingly quiet in the first half, loses that one. It's going the other way, and it's Griffiths over to Williams, and Williams gets it to go, and that makes it a 9-point game. It's Mars Buckley with 4 on the clock. Shallo, Mars Buckley at the buzzer, no good. And correction, it's actually a 7-point game as Fanshawe with an emphatic second quarter, able to come back after Centennial got a hot start and was up by as many as 16, and all without their star player in Aiden Whalen.
Yeah, good response here from Fanshawe in that second quarter, taking it 23-19, but the Colts, they had a great start defensively, kind of lost the intensity a little bit there, but they'll look to bring it back for the second half. Still up big.
So Centennial still has the lead, but it's down to 7 as Fanshawe pushes back in this playoff matchup in the first round of the OCAA playoffs. It's Husam Shallo leading all scorers with 14. Deandre Goulbourne, the only other scorer in double figures. We're at the half, so we got about 15 minutes to go until second half action gets underway. Zachary Freeman and Zach Phillips, we will have that action for you in about 15 minutes time. Welcome back inside the AWC. It's about 2 minutes away from the start of the second half in this first round OCAA playoff action between the Centennial Colts and the Fanshawe Falcons. And as we get close to the start of the second half, we take a look at our player to watch for the game, and you can see him right there. It is Deandre Goulbourne, and his regular season numbers speak for himself, but Zach, his performance tonight, he's just been everywhere. He's been filling up that stat sheet.
Yeah, rebounds, points, you name it. He's been everywhere for the Colts. That's a big thing, especially with Mars Buckley only with 1 point so far. Usually he's active, so Goulbourne really stepping up for the Colts.
Yeah, it's been a big first half, and as much so as it was on the offensive end, incredibly active on the defensive side of the basketball as well. Story of the first half for the Fanshawe Falcons, of course, Aiden Whalen, their star player, averaging 16.7 points on the season, has 3 personal fouls and didn't play very many minutes at all in that first half. We'll see if they come out with Whalen as he tries to stay away from that 4th personal. And you got to think, if he is starting, Colts are going to draw something up to go right at him right away.
Yeah, you said it, Zach. They're going to be attacking him any chance they can get. Just 2 points from him all game long because he's been stuck to the bench with those high foul totals. In his absence, Loblaw and Griffiths have really stepped up, 9 points each, but they're going to need someone else to step up here as they find themselves down 7.
It was the Fanshawe Falcons who went on a late second quarter run. After they were down by as many as 16 points, they worked it down to 7 at the break. As we're going to get set for the start of the third quarter, it will be Fanshawe basketball.
Yeah, the real difference in that first half, 3-point attempts. Each team has 12 or 13. The Fanshawe Falcons have only made 1 3-pointer all game, and that's probably why they find themselves down 7.
So it's the same starting lineup on the floor for the Colts in Shallo, Mars Buckley, Goulbourne, Wilson, and Taylor Williams. And it's a very similar lineup for the Falcons, but Griffiths is in for Tunstall as we're underway. Loblaw going right to the bucket to start the second half. Rebound, Xander Wilson had that one stolen by Deere. Griffiths inside for Loblaw, gets it to go and one.
Yeah, tough start there for Centennial, not how you want to come out of the half.
And you see off the rebound, Xander Wilson was looking for a pass, not being aware of his surroundings. Deere able to pick up the easy steal, just showing more effort right now than the Colts.
Yeah, that's how the first half ended as well.
And that's going to be a violation called on Malik Taylor Williams as he was in the wrong spot on the free throw hash. So Loblaw, even though he missed, will get another opportunity to convert the 3-point play, and he does.
Yeah, bringing it to within 4. Centennial, they're just going to have to settle it down and refine their stride, their energy, their momentum.
Shallow.
Look for Tavon Mars Buckley to step it up this second half. Pretty quiet out of him in the first, pretty uncharacteristic.
It's Mars Buckley trying to get inside, trying to find his shot. No good with the left. Going the other way, Tunstall, as that's in for Griffiths. That's Loblaw. That one stolen away by Mars Buckley. Going the other way, Shallow. He's got a trailer in Goulbourne. That one tipped away into the corner. It's Mars Buckley, and that one goes off his foot, and Tavon Mars Buckley looks all out of sorts.
Yeah, he took a blow to the head after that last play went up the floor. Looked to the official to see if anything was going to happen, but nothing.
And Griffiths just coming right down the lane as Deere puts it right back inside. No good. Flying in was Tunstall, but the Colts able to get the rebound.
Good job, Malik Taylor Williams on the defense there, continuing his strong effort.
Shallow in for Wilson, high post, crossing over, spinning, trying to step through, falls down to the floor, no whistle on the play. Williams coming the other direction. That one was swatted away by Mars Buckley, but Williams gets it himself. And now it's just a 2-point game.
Yeah, Terrence Williams found it stripped from him, but it was still right there for him to regain, and he easily put it back.
Goulbourne driving left, a lot of contact, but that one out of bounds and will stay with the Colts. 12 seconds on the shot clock, and you have to think, Zach, things have started to go awry for the Colts, really, since they put the starters back in the game. That bench mob was really doing wonders for this group, and Omar Nur, there was no way this team was stopping them.
Yeah, Omar Nur still sits over there. Got to see him back here soon, you'd think. He's been a hot hand for them. So, yeah, you said it. As soon as they took him out, you'd seen the momentum dive to the other side.
And another turnover by Centennial. So now Fanshawe with an opportunity to tie or take the lead. Loblaw driving inside. That one blocked away by Wilson. Ball will stay with the Falcons.
Yeah, Wilson has been an excellent defender both offensively and an excellent defensive rebounder, but he's also getting it done offensively. He's 8th in the OCAA with 50 offensive rebounds.
Loblaw up top for Deere. One more, that's Tunstall. Going for the up and under, that's Wilson. Mars Buckley with the rebound. Trying to get it to Goulbourne, and coming up hobbling on that one is Deere.
Yeah, he's in a lot of pain down there.
As Deere, who wound up right next to his bench, still on the ground. And not a good look for the Falcons.
Yeah, he's almost right over where the athletic table would be. That's where he ended up, but tough break there for Fanshawe as they call for some help, but
so Chahal comes in for the injured Deere. And it's Chahal up top with it. It's swung over now, Loblaw working inside. That was open for him, but Taylor Williams able to get the rebounds, and a foul's going to be called on Loblaw, trying to battle Taylor Williams for that rebound.
yeah, that basket would have made it a tie game. That's not what the Colts were looking for coming into this third quarter. Having held such a big lead at one point in this game, now this is a close one.
Colts still without a point here in the third quarter. We're about 3 minutes in. As that one's stolen away, Griffiths had the opportunity to take it all the way, but stumbled a little bit as Taylor Williams comes in, and that's going to be a blocking foul and one as Taylor Williams sliding his feet, trying to get into that charge position. So we're all tied up as Terrence Williams goes to the line for a chance to give Fanshawe the lead.
Yeah, you saw in that replay there, Malik Williams just sliding over, but was unable to get planted on before he took off. Getting them the opportunity. Put Fanshawe in the lead for the first time.
Rebound no good, or free throw no good, rebound by Wilson.
Goulbourne's quieted down a little bit as this third quarter has gotten underway, but there hasn't been much offense at all for Centennial.
It's Shallow with the left, fouled hard, and if your shots aren't falling, find a way to get to the free throw line. As Tayshawn Crawford is in for Tavon Mars-Buckley, who is playing very unlike himself today.
Yeah, usually he's a force on the court. You can see where he is. You can feel where he is at all times. Just hasn't found his rhythm or groove yet today.
First free throw good from Shallow, and Centennial gets the lead back.
Yeah, Shallow, a 76.2 free throw shooter. One of the reasons Centennial's atop the league in that category.
2 for 2 from the line on that trip for Shallow. Goulbourne almost coming up with the steal. And it'll be Tunstall crossing the timeline. And We have the game clock and the shot clock running after the whistle.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the play was stopped for there. We got a discussion going between the officials. Maybe the shot clock didn't get reset in time, but
gonna have a clock adjustment of some kind for sure.
Yeah, on the floor for the Colts, Taylor Williams, Goulbourne, Wilson, Crawford, and Shallo. Nurse still over on the bench despite having pretty good output this far through the game.
Nice inside feed to Williams. He gets the left-handed layup to go, and we're knotted at 46.
Yeah, Husam Shallo, who started this game hot for Centennial, is going to look to get something cooking here. They haven't been able to get anything going in here in this third quarter.
Shallo's driving left, trying to go inside to Crawford, and Crawford dribbled on the baseline. So another turnover by this Centennial team.
Yeah, what once a close turnover game is now 9-14, not in favor of Centennial. They're getting sloppy with the ball when they do not need to be.
And that one sent way down. Colts almost losing Griffiths on that one, and it's Loblaw driving baseline with the right, gets it to go.
Yeah, Josh Loblaw really stepping up here in the absence of Whalen. That'll be his 14th point of the game. Tied for second on the team behind Terrence Williams.
Taylor Williams over to Wilson, trying to go inside, out to Malik Taylor Williams. Trying to feed inside for Goulbourne, gets it to go, and the foul.
Yeah, look at that replay here. Nice little dish right into the charging Goulbourne. And that's something that Colts haven't been able to do all third quarter, is get something set up cleanly in the offensive end. And that time, they're able to work the ball around and give Goulbourne a look.
So Deandre Goulbourne, who now has got 14 points, now makes it 15, converting the three-point play.
Yeah, Colts are doing well shooting, converting their free throws in this game. So are the Fanshawe Falcons, which we expected.
Layup no good. Colts going the other way, up one, just about halfway through the third quarter.
Husam Shallo is surveying what he's got there.
Crawford driving left, inside for Wilson. That one stripped away by Williams. Another turnover by Centennial, their 16th. And it looked like they might have dragged their pivot foot there, but the steal by Goulbourne as Colts come the other way.
Yeah, getting the ball right back. Nice DHO there.
Crawford's going to pull the long rebound. Shallo able to tip it towards Wilson, using his 6'7" frame. And Xander Wilson will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Yeah, the first year from Bowmanville, using his size, trying to work his way in there. Heading to the line, a 67.5% shooter from that line. Colts are going to need him to hit 2 big ones here.
Xander Wilson his time's been divided between starting and a bench role, but he does have a large role on this team at 21 minutes a game.
Yeah, no doubt, Zach.
Second free throw was no good. Goulbourne able to get a hand in the lane. Hits that one out of bounds as Whalen has returned to the floor, still with those 3 personal fouls.
Now the Colts got a good young first-year core here with Wilson and Mars Buckley.
And that one's stolen away by Crawford. Shallo going the other way, trying to thread the needle. Fitting it into Goulbourne. That one kicked out of bounds. It'll remain Centennial basketball.
Yeah, still up 2 points are the Colts. Still no Mars Buckley or Nur on the floor.
Crawford trying to go inside, and once again, that's Williams on the steal. And a foul's going to be called on Goulbourne, who was tripped up by Williams. As now checking in for the first time is Luke Philivong.
Yeah, he averaged 5.6 points per game on the year, 17.7 minutes. First time we're seeing him here today. It's a surprise.
.4:14 to go in the third. It's Williams now with it. Whalen swinging it inside for Tunstall. Sudani trying to get his hands on it. Now it's Whalen for three. No good. Sudani the rebound. That one's swatted away. Wilson with it on the floor, able to get it to Shallo. And Shallo gets it over center.
Yeah, good D from the Colts, despite the nice ball movement from the Falcons, whipping it around, limited them to just those outside looks, nothing clean.
Wilson inside, going up with the right, gets it to go.
Xander Wilson, show us what you got on that one. Look at this replay here. Nice little step up, boom, with a finish.
Williams waiting for the offense to get set. Philivong in the corner. Williams back to Philivong. Thought about pulling it. It's down to Whalen. He skips it over to Loblaw. Loblaw with the baseline jumper. That one no good. Goulbourne shoved in the back by Philivong, so it's going to be a loose ball foul. And it's going to go Centennial's direction, and I believe Deandre Goulbourne is going to go shoot a pair of free throws, as that is the fifth team foul against the Falcons.
Yeah, you're right, Zach. As you saw from the replay there, just an easy call from the official. If you're the Falcons head coach, you got to be pretty upset with the lackluster play there, not using your head.
Goulbourne with attempts 6 and 7 on the evening from the free throw line. First one rattles out as Mars Buckley is back in for the Colts. Omar Nur back in action as well.
Yeah, Colts 12 from 17 now from the line. Something they've been doing well all season.
Second free throw good. He splits the attempts. As now with it has a Benaby. Inside, Whalen gets it to go over top of Nur.
Yeah, Nur, somehow they found a way through him on that one. Nice play from the Falcons there.
Shallo trying to drive inside, hit hard. No call on the play as Nur trying to hustle back on defense, but Whalen finishes off the layup in transition.
Yeah, we'll start to see Whalen a little bit more active here as the game winds down, but that's just his fourth point of the game.
Shallo inside, dishes it off to Goulbourne, lays it up and in.
Yeah, nice play from the Colts there. Hanging on to this lead despite the game coming back within a close stretch here.
Tunstall gives it off to Williams. Looking inside, Whalen has that one stripped away by Sudani. And the Colts are taking it the other way. Up 3, under 2 minutes to go. Sudani trying to step around Williams with the Euro.
Abdallah Sudani. 59 points on the year. Those were two nice ones right there.
Sudani nearly getting the steal, catches a bit of the body, and a foul's going to be called, much to the chagrin of Colts Nation.
Yeah, the Colts crowd has been relatively tame for a playoff game here so far, but that'll only change as this one winds down.
.132 left to go in the third quarter. Centennial leads by 5.
Yeah, both these teams 7-3 in their last 10, came into the playoffs on a high note.
Inside, trying to finish around Nur was Loblaw. The rebound was batted out. Has a Benabi trying to go way over the top, and the foul's going to be called, I believe, on Abdallah Sudani.
Yeah, that'll be Nur's third foul. And put both teams at 5 for the quarter.
So Ruben Hazabenabi will head to the free throw line. He can bring it to within 3. Hazabenabi on the season, 86% on the line, albeit he's just 7 attempts. Misses the first one.
Yeah, he's averaging 20.1 minutes per game.
Second one goes, 4-point game. Mars Buckley advancing it quickly for Sudani, who's trying to work on the baseline. Excellent footwork down low by Sudani.
Yeah, that's a nice replay right there of that great play from Sudani. Got the Colts crowd on their feet a bit.
Loblaw getting the reverse to go.
Yeah, good pace of play is really quickening here as the third quarter winds down.
Goulbourne from the elbow, no good. Williams going the other way, wants his guys to run in transition, gives it off to Loblaw, thought about the reverse again, stolen by Goulbourne.
How did he get all the way back there? I swear he was the last player running up the floor. Next thing you know, he's down on the baseline.
12-second differential game clock, shot clock, 27-26 to go in the third. Sudani on the roll, dishes it off to Nur, and Nur is fouled on the way up. Great extra pass by Sudani, finding the wide open Nur, who goes to the line for 2 free throws.
Yeah, we mentioned already on the broadcast, Nur is a great free throw shooter. They really need him to come up here with 2. On the year, he's 79.2, almost shooting at an 80 clip from the line. And he knocks that one down. Colts as a team first in the OCAA, shooting 72.9 from the free throw line.
Nur hits both, and Chahal returns to action in for Hazabenabi. And now with 21 seconds left in the third quarter.
Yeah,
we'll see what Fanshawe does with the short clock. And they're going to trap Williams up top. Whalen in the corner. Loblaw had the 3, but they're going to opt for the 1 shot instead. It's Loblaw once more from the corner. No good. Rebound Nur over to Shallo. 2 seconds on the clock. He tries to heave at the buzzer. Got it in the right direction, just not enough power. But Centennial, in what seemed like a detrimental start to the third quarter, were able to turn things around and head into the fourth quarter with a 6-point lead.
Yeah, you couldn't have said it better, Zach. A detrimental start indeed, but they really turned it around, having not mustered much offense in the first half of that quarter, but looked good as it wound down and now find themselves back up 6 despite a little bit of iffy play.
So we come into the fourth, and we expected this to be a close game because these are 2 teams that over the course of the season have performed very similarly across all of the metrics. Yet the one difference is you have on the Fanshawe end, you have Tony Marcotulio in his 11th year running this Falcons program. And you look to the Colts side and you're used to seeing Coach Jackman talking things over with his team, but who you're looking at right now is Dave Forster, an assistant coach in his 2nd year with the program, getting his first opportunity to lead this group, and he's going to have his work cut out in the fourth quarter of a very tight game.
Yeah, you said it. He's done a great job with the group, though, the first 3 quarters. They've really responded to his timeouts, I feel like, and he's been using them well. And you can see the leaders on this group really stepping up, as you pointed out to in the start of this game, how important that was going to be. Goulbourne leading the charge, and you have Malik Taylor as well, also stepping up and playing one of his best games down the stretch. So a great response from the bench in the not most ideal of circumstances.
And you see the big coaching adjustment in the second half is a lot more playing time for Omar Nur. who had that big first half performance. He is a natural deterrent when you put him in the lane, standing at 7'2". It always just makes things that much harder for the opposing team. As the group to start the fourth quarter, Shallows with Goulbourne, Mars Buckley, Sudani, and Nur.
Yeah, Husam Shallo has been leading the charge here most of the night for the Colts with 16 points.
Shallo from deep, his third three-pointer of the game.
And just as I said it, Husam Shallo absolutely splashes one.
Shallo now takes the game high away from Deandre Goulbourne as he now has 19 points as Loblaw wide open from the corner. No good, rebound Shallo.
Yeah, Husam has really stepped up, as I said, for the Colts down the stretch. He's been OCAA Player of the Week a few weeks ago, and he really has been playing well.
Omar Nur, there is nothing that Loblaw could have done.
Yeah, that's just a little brother situation right there. Like, hey, I'm going to take that and I'm going to go up here with it.
Williams gets it to go.
Yeah, they were able to get that up and over Nur at the other end, though.
Goulbourne getting fouled, driving down that right side. It's going to go on Tunstall. That's the second foul on Tunstall as Whalen returns now with 4 personal fouls. So the next foul would mean the end of his night.
Yeah, that's huge for the Colts. They're really going to want to attack.
Shallo, same spot, same results.
My goodness. This guy is on fire.
It's Williams up top in the corner. Working in the middle. Nice feed inside for Whalen, and Nur fouls Whalen on the way up.
Yeah, take a look at the replay here. Oof. Yeah, it's a tough call. But when you're 7'2", a couple of those probably are going to go against you.
Whalen on the season, 68% on at the line. Gets the first one to go, just the 7th point of the game for the third year out of Cambridge.
Yeah, just before this sequence, Husam Shallo, 4 for 5 from the three-point line this afternoon. That is absurd. Normally an 18.4% three-point shooter, but he is locked in from range.
Shallo working on Tunstall. He almost got it poked away from him, and as he goes inside with the left. Husam Shallo working at all levels of the offense. It's a 12-point lead for the Colts.
Yeah, 5'10" guard from Toronto, the third year, getting it done.
Chahal for 3, no good. Goulbourne tips it out for Taylor Williams. Nurse secures the loose ball, and Mars Buckley is out of bounds. But he got that one to go, so maybe
that'll help his confidence a little bit.
Maybe that'll help his confidence down the stretch, aside from the turnover.
Yeah, another story coming into this quarter has been the three-point shooting. As we just pointed out, Shallows. Fanshawe has only made 1 three-point attempt all game, so they're going to have to start knocking some of those down if they're going to crawl back in, now down 12.
And a timeout's taken on the floor, but what a first 2 minutes of the final quarter of regulation for the Colts as they start on a 10-4 run, much in part to 8 points from Husam Shallo. He had a hot start to this one with 10 points in the first quarter, and he was saving the best for last, apparently.
Yeah, he started the fourth quarter the same way he started the first quarter, locked in, knocking him down. Just great plays from Husam. 8.2 points per game on the season. Not often is he up this high, but he's always effective. He's always around the floor. He's always got his hand in the play. As the guard's got 35 assists on the year as well.
In the final home game of the season, Husam Shallo was able to record a triple-double. One of the rare feats in the OCAA.
No doubt.
As Malik Taylor Williams is going to return to the floor. So it's the starters minus Xander Wilson, who is substituted with Omar Nur, and actually he is very hobbly, but returning to the game, Jalen Deere for the Falcons.
Hey, he's looking pretty gingerly on the court there.
And you can see that left calf has been given a second sock, and he's pretty.
Yeah, he's averaging almost 21 minutes a game, so he's a big part of this offense.
Deere inside on the floater, no good. That one batted out of the hands of Taylor Williams by Whalen, so the ball will go in favor of the Colts.
Yeah, this lead now 12 points, 7 to go. Centennial just got to keep playing with some rhythm, with some momentum, not letting the mistakes compound as that happened in the third quarter.
Goulbourne with it. Shallo from the deep end, no good.
Yeah, Shallo cooled off a little bit there, but another good look for him from range. That one ends up in the recycling bin over there. Get a little floor mop in.
7:22 to go. Colts still lead by 12 as Whalen's got some space, trying to go over top of Nur. It bounces around, but Nur secures the rebound off the miss. And Shallo will advance it to Mars Buckley.
That was Nur's 6th rebound of the game, despite missing a good chunk of those middle quarters.
Shallo trying to throw it up top for Nur. Looking, right-handed hook shot. And Omar Nur has got the touch around the hoop today. 11 points now for the big man.
Yeah, how do you guard that if you're Fanshawe, a 7'2" guy just absolutely pushing you around in the paint?
Omar Nur making a case to be reinserted into the starting lineup should the Colts come out of this one with the victory, as Nur tips that one to Taylor Williams.
Yeah, and you mentioned it. He's just finding his touch around the glass. Normally, not all of those are falling for him, especially on a little more of a ranged one like that, but he's been nails all
Mars
afternoon.
Buckley gets the man to miss, no good, but Nur fighting for the offensive rebound, driving inside, and they're gonna call a travel, but Omar Nur is fighting for a jump ball with two other players.
Yeah, tough call there to go away the way of Centennial. The crowd letting their thoughts be known as well.
And breaking the press easily there as Loblaw getting it to go. The foul going on Omar Nur. That's going to be his 4th personal and the 2nd team foul on the Colts. So you would expect to see Xander Wilson on the floor coming out of this timeout, which has just been taken by Dave Forster and the Centennial Colts. And we're going to have Josh Loblaw shooting a free throw to convert a 3-point play coming out of this timeout, and a 12-point lead for Centennial.
Yeah, Josh Loblaw 0 for 5 from the 3-point line here. And the season, first in the OCAA, he was 18 for 36, a crisp 50%. So uncharacteristically not locked in here from range, but he'll get one from the line.
Loblaw still coming up big today, though, leading Fanshawe with 18 points on the evening. Terrence Williams also doing his part. He's got 16 on 8 of 9 shooting for the 6'2" guard out of Windsor in his final season with the Falcons.
Yeah, still Shallo and Goulbourne leading the way for the Colts. Nur has tied his season high with 13 points. He's also got 7 rebounds. He's in there having a little discussion with the official maybe on how he can get some of these ones going his way, just to see what he can do, because the big man, he's been all inside the action here this afternoon.
So it's 73-61 with just over 6 minutes to go in regulation. That free throw no good. Nur reaches for it, and Nur stepped on the end line. And so another turnover for the Colts. And with a fresh, they're going to say 14, as Nur didn't have full possession when he stepped out of bounds. So 14 seconds on the shot clock for the Falcons, and Terrence Williams didn't need much time at all. Gets it to go, 10-point lead for Centennial.
Yeah, Williams, nice little hook there to make it go back within 10. Williams is the only player on the floor who averages more than 30 minutes a game here in this contest. Just almost 31.
Mars Buckley, awkward circus shot, tried to get it with the left, no good, coming the other way in the corner. Tunstall thought about the three. Now kicks it out to Deere, gets it down low for Whalen. Back out to Deere, Loblaw, he's got a three, and that one winds up short. Malik Taylor-Williams able to secure the rebound, starts to take it the other way. Advance to Goulbourne with the right, gets the layup up and in.
Yeah, nice play from Deandre Goulbourne. Look at the replay there. Nice headman pass from Taylor-Williams right up. Puts it home.
Both these programs seeking their first medal in quite some time. It's been 12 years since Fanshawe had a place on that podium, as the shot by Deere is no good. That's going to be an over-the-back foul on Tunstall. And it's been 19 years since Centennial won silver in 2005, losing to Humber in the provincial finals. But both these teams looking to bring some hardware back to their respective programs.
Yeah, Zach, you said it. Been a long time coming for the Centennial Colts program. Almost 20 years now since they've had a medal in men's basketball. And they've got a good squad this year, a good young squad too. Hopefully to make a nice run in playoffs. Doing so here, a great game here against Fanshawe to open it up.
So the timeout was taken by Fanshawe, as they keep trying to find ways to chip away at this Centennial lead, and time keeps running out on them. They're going to have to look to get some things going, and of course a big damper on their offense today has been Aiden Whalen's foul trouble.
Yeah, that didn't help them from the start. The Falcons really found their best offensive weapon injured and to the bench to prevent any more fouls, but the Colts have done a good job capitalizing on their momentum swings and not letting the game get too out of hand when they were really down on themselves there in that third quarter.
The Colts are minus 12 in points off of turnovers this evening, but they've been able to make up for that. They are plus 15 on the glass, and that's led to more than a few second chance points for them, as that one was stripped away from Shallow, and it will remain with Centennial with 11 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, at the start of the game, I mentioned how well Centennial does at limiting opponents' looks and their accuracy from range at three and field goal. Fanshawe coming into this one, third in the OCAA in field goal percentage. Colts doing a good job.
Shallow, shot clock expiring, air ball, so a shot clock violation, but you can see Fanshawe getting a little more desperate on defense, assuming a trap zone almost.
Yeah, this 12-point deficit they're really going to have to start on now.
Williams retreating. And that was Chaha on the three, as the follow was put in by Loblaw.
Yeah, still can't get still can't get the three balls to fall are the Fanshawe Falcons.
Shallow's trying to step through, gets it out to Goulbourne. Inside, Xander Wilson fouled on the way up. Going to go to the line for two.
Yeah, Wilson, the better of the two shooting big mans, will hit the line. 67.5 on the year.
And Malik Gibbs is going to step to the table, probably to give Husam Shallo a quick rest here, as Shallow's pretty much been on the entirety of the second half, as is Deandre Goulbourne.
Yeah, the veterans really stepping up for Centennial as the game gets down on the wire.
And that was Whalen who they said picked up the foul, so Aiden Whalen has fouled out of the game. And it appears that a technical foul was also called on the Falcons. So Malik Gibbs is going to shoot a technical free throw, and then we will have Xander Wilson's 2 attempts.
Yeah, I think it might have been Whalen who picked up the technical.
It does show that Whalen has 5 fouls. So Whalen will not return as Wilson hits the first.
And that's huge for Centennial and Fanshawe. Whalen out of the game, as we've been keeping an eye on all afternoon. It's really hindered the Fanshawe offense.
That one went up and over the backboard, and Loblaw is going to take it the other way, driving inside. Chahal swinging it over in the corner. Tunstall for 3. That one goes down, and that just the second three-pointer of the game for the Fanshawe Falcons.
Yeah, it couldn't have come at a better time for them.
That one's stolen away, and Tunstall's going to go up and finish off the two-handed jam, and suddenly it's a 7-point game.
That will bring Husam Shallo back to the table.
And Shallow's going to quickly return for Gibbs.
Yeah, putting this one back within 7, making the Colts feel the lead.
It's Crawford who's about to get doubled, and Williams missed the swipe, as now it's Goulbourne. Gives it off to Taylor Williams, who works inside, stepping through and scooping it up and in.
Yeah, Taylor Williams putting a bow on his fine performance here all game long.
9-point lead as we hit 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. A trip to the quarterfinals on the line as the rebound secured by Taylor Williams. And Centennial will look to use some clock unless Taylor Williams has a wide open look here inside. Stepping through again. Taylor Williams fouled on the way up. And Malik Taylor Williams with a chance at 2.
Yeah, the Colts are going to see a lot of pressure here from Fanshawe with the game winding down. They're going to really have to look to take advantage of the pressure, move the ball quickly. They don't want to take too many free looks because they want to kill that clock, but if you see a lane there, you just got to drive it.
Xander Wilson checks out. Abdullah Sudani takes his place. And the first free throw by Taylor Williams is good.
Yeah, we mentioned Taylor Williams, only 7 games on the year, but he's shooting 75%.
Taylor Williams, 8.6 rebounds tonight. As he misses the second free throw, rebound taken by Williams, who goes the other way. And Tunstall thought about the 3, now stepping inside. No good on the double clutch as Tayshawn Crawford advances it. And Taylor Williams in the corner. Goulbourne trying to end it, no good. Taylor Williams tips it up. Sudani comes down, and that one was tipped out by Tunstall, and a foul is called, and that puts Centennial into the bonus. So it'll be Abdullah Sudani heading to the free throw line, up 10.
Yeah, lucky break for the Colts there. A little bit of a confusing ball, but Sudani, 85.2 from the line. Now an 11-point game, looks to make it 12.
No good on the second free throw. Less than 2.5 to go. Loblaw hasn't looked for the 3 very much in this second half as Crawford nearly picks up the steal. Tunstall taking the 3. That one a long rebound that Goulbourne's just going to let sail out of bounds. And Illinois Roberts Farquharson is going to check into the game for the first time, in for Tayshawn Crawford. And it looks like a timeout is going to be called by Tony Marcotulio. and the Fanshawe Falcons here in this 11-point game. It's still not done, but it's getting more and more out of reach for Fanshawe.
Yeah, Fanshawe on the season 5-4 on the road, 6-3 at home. I won't say they struggled on the road, but they were definitely better at home than on the road. But the Colts 7-2 and 7-2 at home and 6-3 on the road. So having win this one, they'll probably have to play a road playoff game next week. Good to be comfortable on the bus.
They are going to have to take the top provincially ranked basketball team in the St. Clair Saints. And I mean, if we look at the most recent history across all sports, Colts versus Saints, I think the Colts have the most recent win being today, earlier this afternoon, in that 5-set thriller of a volleyball game that we got to witness.
Yeah, that was a great game.
But as we come out, 2:06 to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, the St. Clair Saints men's basketball team are the defending champs, having won last year.
Ball inbounded successfully to Goulbourne. And as we go inside of 2 minutes, Shallo needs to find an option. It's Goulbourne driving left, kicking it out for Shallo. In for Farquharson. No good, but tipped up by Taylor Williams. Roberts Farquharson comes down with it. It's going to be a jump ball, and the possession arrow is in favor of the Falcons.
Yeah, late whistle coming in for the jump ball there. Almost was able to rip it away in time, but Falcons will get the ball without their offensive stud, Aiden Whalen, on the bench.
With the left, Loblaw, no good. Tunstall trying on the follow, and that's going to go Centennial's direction, as Tunstall wanted all of that one, just couldn't get a grab on it. 1:35 to go.
Good job by Sudani there, not to even bother with it. Know it was going out off of Fanshawe, just wanted the free inbound.
Goulbourne, good feed there for Shallo. Ten seconds on the shot clock as they're looking to put the finishing touches on the Fanshawe Falcons, and Illinois Roberts Farquharson will get a bucket in this one.
Yeah, nice replay there of the feed from Shallo. He's got that to be his third assist on the game. 24 points. He's really led this team.
Tunstall. That one was blocked by Taylor Williams, but it manages to go down. It's back to 11 points, 1:10 to go, and dribbling into the double team was Roberts Farquharson, but he's fouled. And he will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Yeah, Farquharson will get his first free throws of the night, shooting 61%. These will be two crucial baskets if he can knock them down.
So the Centennial Colts, who started off this game red hot, had an incredibly sluggish start to the second half, but eventually they were able to piece enough of it together. Of course, today they were spearheaded by Husam Shallo and Deandre Goulbourne, combining for 44 points on the day, as Tunstall kicks that one out to Chahal. And it's looking more and more like it's going to be a victory for the Centennial Colts, who advance to the quarterfinals of the OCAA playoffs. But as we mentioned, there's going to be a very tall task for them, as that's a travel by Sudani, as they will be taking on the top-seeded and defending champions in the St. Clair College Saints.
Yeah, Zach, I got a tough battle coming up on the road. They're going to have to get through the Saints if they want to make the Final Four weekend on March 1st for the OCAA championships. But that's going to be a tough test.
And driving to the bucket there was Loblaw, and it looks like Taylor Williams got a pretty clean hand on that ball, but a foul is called. Yeah. So Loblaw will try to bring it within single digits. And we will mention that Tracy McGrady was able to put up 13 points in 33 seconds once. There is 34.6 on the clock. Anything is still possible, as this is now just at 10 points.
Yeah, Colts dropped their last one up 8 with 1:31 remaining, so these guys know it can happen to them. They're going to be really locked in and paying attention to this.
Bold strategy to go for the purposeful miss, as now Shallo will try to put this one home, and he does.
The dagger from the man himself.
A little whipped cream on top, as the finishing touches has been put on, and once Shallo crosses center, it's a victory for the Colts. They go 2-0 in our postseason doubleheader, and this also marks the final home game for Centennial Colts Athletics in the 2023-2024 season. It's been a pleasure all season long to bring you the stories and the play of these incredible student athletes, as the Colts story hasn't ended yet as they live on. All their games will still be on OCAA Live, but they will be on the road for the remainder of the playoffs. But it's the Centennial Colts who pick up a big victory today.
Yeah, Zach, you can hear it in the background. Win, win, win. That's exactly what they did today on the backs of Husam Shallo. And I'll mention Deandre Goulbourne as well, but he's been there all season long. But I really want to highlight Malik Taylor-Williams. What an effort from him from the opening tip-off right until the final drive, really. He just had a great game. And the third year from Scarborough really, really showed out in this playoff game.
And if there's anyone we really have to shout out this afternoon, as good as the players were, we want to congratulate Dave Forster on the victory, stepping in to the head honcho spot in Coach Jackman's absence, able to get his team to the next round. But the Colts are going to have to bear down this week and get back to the drawing board, as they're going to prepare for what will be the toughest matchup of their season.
Yeah, in the OCAA, we've seen some number 1 seed Giants fall, just as we did yesterday in men's volleyball. So the Colts are going to want to use that as some motivation to take down the top-ranked St. Clair Saints.
Yeah, both number 1 seeds in men's volleyball, the Georgian Grizzlies and Conestoga, both going down. So the Centennial Colts, the top remaining seed in OCAA men's volleyball right now, with record as a tiebreaker. However, we were informed that the championships will be played in London, Ontario at Fanshawe College. And Centennial gets a win today against St. Clair to maybe play Fanshawe in the finals. And on the basketball side, Centennial beats Fanshawe, and now they're off to St. Clair College. But that wraps up our season here on ColtsNet Live. It's been a pleasure to bring everything, but let's really showcase that guy over there, Leo Solorzano, producing, directing, doing everything we need to for him the entirety of the season. Once again, I'm Zachary Friedman. This is Zach Phillips. That's Sarah over there. She joined the team recently too. We got Anthony right there. And for our entire ColtsNet Live media staff, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next season.